Girl, so Clarissa Shields is out here in love, and the entire internet is having a meltdown right now because, baby, nobody can figure out what Papoose is bringing to this relationship except his government name and some old rap lyrics from 2006. And when Remy Ma herself starts publicly questioning your man, oh, honey, we need to talk about this immediately because the streets are concerned, the fans are worried, and Jaguar Wright just entered the chat with her own commentary that has people shook. Buckle up, babe, because this tea is piping hot and we're about to get into all of it right now. Okay, so if you somehow missed this, let me catch you up real quick because this situation has been brewing for a minute now. Clarissa Shields, who is literally one of the greatest boxers of all time, multiple time world champion, Olympic gold medalist, absolute legend in the sport, is in a relationship with Papoose. Yes, that Papoose. Remy Ma's ex husband, Papoose. And girl, the internet has questions, like a lot of questions. Because when people started seeing them together, posting each other, doing couple things, everybody collectively went, wait, him? And it's not even about being messy, babe. It's genuine confusion about what exactly is happening here because the math is not mathing for a lot of people. And they're starting to get real concerned about our girl Clarissa. Now, look, Clarissa is out here glowing, talking about how happy she is, posting her man, doing all the things that people in love do. She even says she wants to have a baby in 2026, which, girl, that's a big declaration to make publicly. But while Clarissa is over here in her own little love bubble, the entire internet is outside that bubble screaming, baby girl, are you sure? Because when you look at the dynamics of this relationship, when you watch how they interact, when you listen to what other people are saying about it, there's this growing feeling that something might not be adding up the way Clarissa thinks it is. So, the first person to really put this conversation on blast was none other than Remy Ma herself. And, honey, when your man's ex wife is publicly questioning what he's bringing to a new relationship, that should tell you something right there. Remy basically came out and asked what we've all been thinking. What exactly is Papoose bringing to the table here? And girl, she wasn't being shady just to be shady. She was asking a legitimate question that apparently nobody has a good answer to. Because when you really sit down and think about it, what is he contributing? Clarissa is the one with the championship belt, the endorsement, the generational talent, the money, the platform, the success. She's financially secure. She's famous in her own right. She's accomplished things most people could never dream of. So, what is he adding to her life that she doesn't already have? The way Remy Ma put it out there so publicly had people talking because you know she knows him better than anybody. She was married to this man, she defended him, she held him down, and now she's watching him move on to someone who is younger, more successful, and frankly in a completely different tax bracket. And she's seeing the same patterns that she probably saw in her own relationship. And when she speaks on it, you can tell it's coming from a place of real concern, not just bitterness or jealousy like some people try to claim. This is a woman who knows, and she's trying to drop hints for those who are willing to listen. But wait, there's more. Because Jaguar Wright, who never met a situation she couldn't commentate on, also has some things to say about this whole situation. And you know, Jaguar doesn't hold back. She's going to tell it exactly like she sees it, whether people want to hear it or not. She came through with her own analysis, talking about the dynamics she's seeing, the age difference, the power imbalance, all of it. And while some people might dismiss Jaguar because she's controversial, she was making points that a lot of people were already thinking, but were too afraid to say out loud. She talked about how older men sometimes target younger, successful women because they see an opportunity. They see someone who might be more naive about certain things despite being accomplished in their career. Someone who might be more trusting and less jaded. Jaguar basically said what the aunties at the family cookout would say if they saw this happening to their niece. That protective energy of, baby, I don't know about this one. Something doesn't feel right. You need to be careful. And honestly, the internet agreed with her. The comments under her videos were full of people saying, She's absolutely right. I've been thinking the same thing. Somebody needs to check on Clarissa. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting because this isn't just a few people being messy or hating from the sidelines. The people who genuinely love and support Clarissa Shields are expressing real, legitimate concern. And girl, when I tell you the comments are unanimous, I mean it. Everywhere you look, people are saying the same things. They're calling Clarissa a nice girl. They're saying she seems sweet and genuine and kind hearted. And they're worried that she's being taken advantage of by someone who knows exactly what he's doing. People are pointing out that Clarissa has spent her entire life dedicated to her sport. She's been training since she was young. She's been focused on becoming the best. She probably didn't have a lot of time for relationships or learning how to navigate the dating world with all its games and manipulation tactics. So now you have this incredibly successful, but possibly relationship inexperienced woman getting into something with a man who is older, who has been around the block, who knows how to say the right things and play the game. And the fans are seeing this and going, oh no, baby. This is giving predatory. This is giving opportunist. This is giving red flags. One of the biggest things people keep bringing up is the financial aspect of this whole situation. And honey, this is where it gets really uncomfortable. There's a growing speculation online that Papoose might be benefiting financially from his relationship with Clarissa. And when you look at the facts, it's hard to argue against it. Clarissa is a world champion boxer with endorsement deals and earning power. Papoose is a rapper who, let's be real, hasn't had a major hit in years. His most successful period was when he was with Remy Ma, and even then, he was never on her level career-wise. So now he's with another woman who is more successful and financially stable than he is. And people are connecting the dots and saying, this is starting to look like a pattern. The internet detectives have been working overtime, pulling up receipts, comparing timelines, looking at who's paying for what. And the picture that's emerging is not cute. People are speculating about whether he's living off her success, whether he's using her platform to stay relevant, whether this whole relationship is more beneficial to him than it is to her. A lot of these speculations seem to have some validity to them based on what we can see publicly. Now, the thing that really has people in their feelings is when Clarissa said she wants to have a baby in 2026. Girl, when I tell you the internet had a collective panic attack, because now we're not just talking about a relationship that might not work out. We're talking about potentially bringing a whole child into this situation. And people are begging, pleading with Clarissa to really think this through. Because having a baby with someone ties you to them forever. And if this relationship is what people suspect it might be, that's a decision that could affect the rest of her life. The comments were full of people saying, please don't do it, girl. Please wait. Please make sure this is really what you want and that he's really in this for the right reasons. Because imagine being Clarissa Shields at the top of your game, financially independent, accomplished beyond measure, and then getting baby trapped by someone who might not have your best interest at heart. That's the nightmare scenario that everyone is trying to warn her about. At the end of the day, nobody is saying Clarissa Shields can't love who she wants. She's grown, she's successful, and she's earned the right to live her life on her own terms. But, and it's a big but, the concern isn't about love, it's about patterns, power, and protection. When the ex-wife, the fans, and even messy commentators are all raising the same red flags, it's worth pausing and paying attention. Clarissa deserves a partner who adds, not someone people have to squint to understand the value of. The hope is that she's seeing everything clearly and choosing with her eyes wide open, not just her heart. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is not over. And if you like deep dives, real talk, and breaking down celebrity situations exactly how the people are thinking it, make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. We're outside and the tea stays hot.